University of Liverpool Professor of Politics Jon Tonge joins us now. Good to speak to you. Tell us, it's the day after. How do you think history will judge Theresa May and her handling of Brexit? And do you think she was really to blame for the Brexit chaos?
I think history may be kind to Theresa May. She tried and tried and tried to sell her deal with the European Union. And ultimately, that's still the only deal that is available, whoever her successor may be. But she simply couldn't command majorities in the House of Commons. The UK Parliament rejected what Theresa May proposed time and time again. And that really leaves her at the end of 3 years in office with very little in terms of tangible achievements. Her whole government was consumed by Brexit. There was very little other legislation passed. And she will be recorded, I suppose, as a failure. And yet the deal that she negotiated may yet come to pass, albeit in slightly revised form.
And you say it is the only deal available. It could be a slightly revised form. But do you think another Tory MP can do a better job?
Well, the next leader of the Conservative Party will inherit all the problems that Theresa May tried and failed to deal with, because the European Union has been adamant that its withdrawal agreement is the only agreement that is possible with the European Union unless the United Kingdom wants to align itself even more closely to the EU whilst departing the EU. So in other words, we'd have to have a customs union. We might have to have single market continuing membership. That will play very badly within the Conservative Party. Whoever is going to be the successful candidate to replace Theresa May will have to be a Brexiteer, because ultimately this contest will be decided by two sets of people. One, Conservative members of Parliament, and then the final two candidates in that race, well, they will go to a vote amongst Conservative Party members who are overwhelmingly in favour of leaving the European Union. So there's no mileage for a candidate to be more moderate on the European Union than Theresa May was. That simply isn't going to be acceptable to the Conservative Party membership.
And Jon, let's talk about those potential candidates. Many are pointing to Boris Johnson as her successor, and he's already said that the UK will leave the EU with or without a deal. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, Boris Johnson immediately said that to try and get across that he will be more decisive than Theresa May on this issue. And secondly, he's already got his eye, Boris Johnson, on that final run-off where the party members have the vote, because he knows that that will go down very, very well with them, saying we're definitely going to leave the European Union, no more messing around by the end of October. But the history of the Conservative Party is littered with cases where the favourite at the start of a leadership contest doesn't actually win. And Boris Johnson is not that popular amongst Conservative MPs. They don't trust him. They think that it's all about Boris rather than the Conservative Party or the good of the country. And so there's no guarantee that Boris Johnson will survive until the final round of the contest, those final two going forward. But Boris Johnson has been really, he's been angling for Theresa May's position for the last 2 years, thinking he can do a better job. But as you said in your introduction, the issue of the European Union keeps breaking Conservative prime ministers. And David Cameron lost his job because of it. Theresa May has now lost her job. There's no guarantee that the next Conservative leader, confronted by exactly the same problems, won't suffer the same fate that Theresa May fell yesterday.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jon Tonge, University of Liverpool Professor of Politics.